Oh, there you are.
Welcome back. We'll be doing a product review on this Husky Toolbox and show you the many options that I find most appealing to me and the reason why I decided to go with this particular toolbox. First thing I like about the toolbox is the actual amount of space that it has. The variety in heights between each type of shelves. Like 4 inches on this one, and then as you go further down, you got a smaller one like this that's got 4 inches, and then you got your smaller ones. So you can put, the only thing I have in there is like really just cooking utensils because I didn't know where to put them for now. I got these big bins that I can actually put decent sized all my power tools in here, because those would not fit in my other toolbox that I had. Another awesome thing is the actual cabinet and everything. It's got 2 shelves, easily store a whole bunch of stuff in there. I wish the magnet was a little bit stronger. Still got quite a bit of resistance before it actually open up. So I looked at many different toolboxes. I looked at the Husky, I looked at Milwaukee, I looked at Craftsman's, and I looked at Harbor Freight to look at their actual toolboxes. I think they're called Yukons or something like that. Soft closing shelves. Now that jerky shelves, as soon as when you go to shut it, that everything inside just goes all over the place. Seems like it's softwood on top. Eventually, if it really came down to it, I'll just replace it with hardwood. All I would have to do is take out these hex heads. I think there's 8 of them all together that hold it down. Picked this up at Lowe's. It is not just attached to the actual wood. I actually put a plate underneath this, so this way it's down onto the actual wood, and then from there, there's the actual metal piece of the toolbox, and then I put a large plate underneath. It will absorb any type of load that I actually put onto the vise. This is super convenient and it's much safer. Moved around their toolbox, they had to like kitty corner it just to get it to where they want, but now all 6 wheels that are underneath this thing completely can turn 360 degrees. So when it comes to moving this thing, I can push it right up against the wall and not have any issues. 4 of the wheels actually lock. They have these little locking mechanisms on. Push it down, take it back off, just hit the button. So while it's at Harbor Freight, one of my buddies of mine definitely recommended getting magnets, and I thought it was crazy at first, but these magnets, I think they're only like $3, but they are a lifesaver. Anytime I want my tools off my bench, I can just throw them up here. They're completely out of my way. Super convenient. If you're grinding or anything, you gotta clean the magnets off every once in a while because all the metal shavings and everything collect on the actual magnets. This back panel has a hinge and it can actually fold down. Make the toolbox into an island if you wanted to and work off from it that way. It does have a shelf that goes up on top. I just took it off. Use the hinge portion, you just gotta unfasten these. What's really nice about these outlets is most of them are generally closed, but you have one that's spaced off, and you have adapters for your USBs. I really like the offset because some of my outlets are a little bit wider than others. So like my air compressor, sometimes I just plug it right into the wall, but it's a pretty beefy outlet, so having it right here sometimes won't allow me to connect other connectors up. Toolbox made it up here just fine. It was super tough for somebody my size to get it out of the actual grass and everything that it was in just to get it up here. But that just shows it's definitely a durability test. There was a lot of naysayers about the actual wheels not being strong enough and everything, but if I could push it in the conditions that it was in for the amount of time, I would say it held up just fine. I really love this toolbox and I'm so glad my wife bought it for me. If there's any comments or anything that you would like to know about the actual toolbox, measurements and stuff, I'll probably put measurements and everything in the actual description and the actual rating that it can take for weight. It is lockable. so you can lock it. The toolbox and the cabinet can be locked separately.